Welcome back to the channel, Farm with Nick. Thanks so much for joining me here again on Montana. So right now I am just leaving Bison Ridge Farm, and I was just checking on our worker. Looks like they're finishing up mowing, so I'll have to come back out here. But in this episode I wanted to show you my setup for what is essentially, I would say, is the main farm. If you've been watching the other two episodes, I would say those are like the feeder farms that are gonna all kind of funnel in to this farm. Now this one took me quite a bit to set up as well. The one thing I did not do is buy property out here. I probably will, but I kind of want to get farming on it first. Let me see where I am at. Did I miss? Oops. I went north, and I have to go. Alright. I'll bring you along for this real quick. I have other stuff to talk about. So anyways, my plan is to, have Snowcap kind of funnel into Bison Ridge over there, and then Bison Ridge really to kind of funnel into Copper Creek. And then once I get that operation kind of going, and I'll show you all the equipment I bought for it, completely different than the other two farms. That basically those big fields that are around there, I am, 100%, I think I'm going to buy some of them and then start farming that area, which that'll be my main, hub, my main farm. And then the other ones will kind of branch off of that. But just to kind of get it going has been quite a chore in itself. So that's my plan, to not start with fields right away on there, but then, yes, to kind of get going with that after a while, and then my base operations will be all right there, straight ahead. So it'll be quite the challenge, but I think it'll be fun. So let me kind of take you around the farm here, and then if I have some time, I'd like to get some animals, because I have not done that either on this build. So we're arrived here on Copper Creek, and I love the layout. The proximity is great. So it's kind of cool, the setup. You have Snowcap up north here, and then down here, kind of closer to town, you have Bison Ridge, which is my second farm. And then like right in the middle is Copper Creek. So really, really cool setup. Now, I know I did this in an earlier video, but just to kind of give you the lay of the land really, really quick. You have your home right in the middle, you have your barns all kind of surrounding it, and then you have this large cattle pen right here, which is amazing. Then you have a pig pasture or pen back here, and then kind of swimming around you have your sheep and another very large pasture, which I think it'll funnel in quite nicely, if you're going from Snowcap to Bison Ridge to this, and this would be, my largest operation. Alright, so where do we want to start? I guess we'll start here at the house. So you kind of come in the main drive here. Now here is the farm mall I actually got and brought back from Snowcap. So here is this little tractor. Now, I've been kind of using it just to kind of move some things around. But definitely, that's one of my favorites. So I'll use that for this series. And so, into the main first pole barn here, I have a 7R John Deere ready to go. I believe I have another 7R at the other farm. So, another one here. And then next to that, a little larger, the 8400, one of my favorites still. for FS25. So should be a good workhorse, kind of doing a lot of the heavy lifting here on this farm. And then I have two trucks in here. One, just a nice flatbed. Probably use it for a lot of odds and ends around here. And then I have my tank truck, which this is my main operation. This will be my main tank truck for all the milk. So that's why that is here. Alright, and then wow, there's so many barns here. They're ready to go. Alright, so then just run over here. This is the cattle barn. Nothing in there yet. But then next to that, I put like more of the things I would need for the animal barn. So I have my straw spreader right here. I have a gravity wagon, and this is hooked up to the 710 John Deere. Get on that real quick. Pretty cool little tractor here. And then I have my mixing wagon right here next to that, which is the same on all of the farms. And then this leads over to the pig barn right here. Haven't purchased any yet, but I will soon. And then let's kind of zoom up to here. So that was like my animal equipment barn. And then here I tried to keep some different equipment a little bit larger. So I did buy a forage wagon here. And then have my really large slurry tank, which, you know, I'm planning on some big fields over here. And then a very large manure spreader as well. So completely different from the other barns and farms. And then I have a John Deere planter over here. And I believe, is this the same? It might be the same on Snowcap, I'm not sure. And then in here, this is like another workshop area. I don't have anything over here yet. There is a lot of space in this back barn. It's really cool. All the details in here. Can you go upstairs? Oh, you can. Little office up here. How cool. This is so neat. Alright, no, I have not been up there yet. But yeah, that's a cool little loft area. So, alright, but I have my large John Deere. Now, I have not used something like this yet, but I was like, this is the perfect situation. This is a large-scale operation here, and I need something bigger than normal. So this is the 4940 sprayer. So this is going to be really, really fun. And I did put the dual tires on the back. Not that I need it, probably. But really cool inside. So detailed. Little extra seat there for passenger. Alright, so there's my sprayer that I'm going to use for this. That kind of leads to this, which is the large sheep barn. I just love too how they, let me kind of just jump in over here, how these pens, they go under the road. I just love that. That's so, you know, so unique. Alright, so that's the main shop there. Alright, and then I have my cedar back here. And then around this like little loop, I actually placed the little mod where you can just buy everything. I put that here, and then kind of keeping with the theme of this series, I bought wagons here and then matched them. I did a pretty good job matching them to the barns here. So pretty cool, that green and kind of like a pale white trim. So I got two of them here, and then a new tractor for me, the 1066 case farm haul tractor. So pretty cool. I'm excited to kind of play around with this one here. So let's see. I think that was kind kind of walking around a sec. Alright, that kind of takes me to the other barn back here. So I'm just going to run over here. So most of the farm is all right there together, condensed. However, there is another barn out here. It's just massive. And some silos. So I did place most of the larger equipment back here. So I have a couple plows back here ready to go. And this shed, I filled it up already. I have 2 combines and forage harvester as well. So I bought 2, both different. This is the S770 combine. And yep, I just went with the wide tires on this one. Pretty cool mod here. So I have that combine, much larger than my other ones. And then this one is the S7090. And then I put the dual tires on this combine. Ooh, that's loud. And then I have a forage harvester here, or, you know, if I get to chaff and stuff, making some silage. So doing all that good stuff. And then I put my headers right here, got my corn ones, and then there's all the grain stuff, silos here. And then for this, I know I do have some wagons. However, some of these fields, I mean, it's going to take me a while to do. So I did pick up a couple semis, the Max semis, which I like using. And then just to kind of switch it up. So this is like, you know, you have your 2 bins here on this trailer. You can kind of see in there. I decided to get a tandem trailer here. So something a little bit different. So it's kind of cool driving these 2 around. I kind of like that. So I don't know, I give it both a shot. So we'll see if I like the dump trailer aspect or just, you know, the gravity trailer. So most people around me kind of have these Wilson trailers in real life. Not many have the dump trailer, but I thought, well, let's kind of switch it up a little bit and get going with that, you know. So alright, I'm gonna zoom back over here. I don't want to teleport too much in this series, as it's gonna take me to different different farms. So let's see, I need to get some animals on here. Now I'm probably gonna save time for this and just buy them. So I'm gonna put, really don't need my animal trailer. I have that little stick in the back to the herdman stick. That way I can, my thinking was to be able to move everything a little bit easier. So I guess let's park this trailer. I think it'll fit. I just kind of park this, just do a little drive through. Oh yeah, and the chickens right there. Completely forgot. So there's a coop here. And then for this one, Bison Ridge has the chicks. This will be my main chicken operation. So full-fledged chickens and getting the eggs will all come from this farm here. That's my my thinking, my plan. Alright, see if I can swing it here. Am I hitting something already? Probably. Alright, just gonna kind of pull this through. Okay, detach that. Alright. So let kind of get set up here. Let's buy some animals. Give them a little bit of feed. Alright. So my other one has the 0 months. Other one has the 3 months. And then let's put in the 8 here. So I'm going to do the same. I'm just going to do 25 to get started. Alright. Should be in here. There's one. There they are. Okay. Get them going. Come back with the feed here in a sec. Looks like it's starting to rain here on the game. It's that extra sound. I was like, what is that right now? Alright, and let's go. So pigs, actually, I don't have any feeder barns that are going to go into the pigs. Now, one quick thing I forgot to show you. I do not have a manure pit for this cattle barn. I did put one here, though, for the pigs. So I would get some manure off of there. Alright, and there's the dialogue. Now I'm thinking of just placing some 0 months on here, letting them grow out. Or I could do a mix. I'm thinking, let's do these ones. Is there a difference? I think so. Alright. Let's keep it the same. Let's do 25. That's a lot of pigs. But for this size of a barn, that's kind of what I would think. Alright. So our little pigs. Come back to them. And then chickens and cattle. And then technically we're up and running on this farm, and just need to get some food. Probably give them a little bit just to get going here. Alright, there's the dialogue box. Now for this, I don't know, I think maybe I'll put in just a couple roosters here. And then let's do, I think these will be free ranging like Bison Ridge, if I'm not mistaken. Let's do 25 hens for this one. So no chicks here. Oh, perfect, it's gonna free range them. I like that so much. I wish that was available. Maybe it is. But I wish that was available as a mod where you could get them free range like that. With having like the barn, I guess. With having that. Let's see, is it going to keep raining here for a while? Oh, by 18, it's going to be sunny. Could zoom ahead a little bit. Kind of get rid of the rain. It's like it's sunny though right now. It's still raining. Okay. Gotta find there it is, the dialogue box for the cattle. Alright, so this will be my main operation. So let's put 25 in here. Oops. And then, yeah, as they kind of get bigger and rotate, we'll bring them here to this one. So it holds 500. I mean, that's quite a bit. Alright. That rain sound. I'm gonna. Alright. Let's fast forward time here. Just to get past the storm. Ooh, it's really raining. Lightning and everything. Alright. Move it back down. Alright, that's better. That was a crazy storm right there. Alright. So all of these animals need some feed. let me show you some of the fields really quick. So if I just get into the build mode, my thinking, like, I love how these pens come under the road, would be buying this field right across from the house. Kind of seems like a no-brainer for this one. And I'm thinking, like, maybe to leave all the hay and the grass cuttings for the other farms, and this would be more of like just big crop things. So you got some big fields over here, and then really over here is another massive field. This one's just huge. So that's why, of course, I got the double combines. But then if you follow it, after this, you got some, good sized fields, but then you're back at snowcap. So for this, I mean, this one's just huge. And then you got this one, and you got these other side fields. So really, there's some substantial fields here to work on. All right, and I got to get some feed out. Okay, let's get into the John Deere here. All right, I'm gonna just go buy some feed really quick, just to kind of get going, like I said, and then once I'm kind of full operation here and making my own feed, I'll be all set. But typically, like, one thing I always buy, I don't know about you, like if I ever have pigs, I usually just buy pig feed. I think there was only like one time just for fun I tried and did make their own feed, and I think I had like a little mixer for that. But otherwise, yeah, kind of just like just buying the pig feed. Alright, so I don't know if the trigger, is it by those, or is that the water? I don't think the trigger is here for the coops. No. Alright, it must be that little, it's that little, oops, that little silo right there. It's gotta be. Am I gonna make it through these tires? Oh my. Nope. I am not. It's gonna take too long. There. Alright, and of course my chute is on the left side here. And I think that silo is right there. Yeah, so it's on the wrong side here. You see, this almost needs a little loop here, huh? This should give me the trigger. There we go. Alright, and let's hop here. So Bison Ridge. Oh, that's the barn I don't have. Alright, let's go to Copper Creek. So we have, here we are. So they need some hay. We need some TMR. No manure heap here, but that's fine for this farm. And then chickens, that should take them all. And then some pigs. And then we're on the other one. And they need some straw as well. Alright, let's get the next one. Now I do have other worker working on Bison Ridge. I have another field almost done, but I'm working on that on snowcap. So really, I think after this, they're kind of feeding the animals here. I feel like next episode, like, I'm ready to roll with all of these farms. Now it's gonna get a little crazy because I'm gonna have to hop from farm to farm, like do a task here, or do some things over here. So I think it'll be fun. Trying to really, I say farm, but it's almost gonna be like farm managing. you know, setting the worker up, letting them go, doing this, coming back over here, you know, because one thing, obviously, and I don't know if there's mods out for this, we can have some automatic feeders and do all that good stuff with them yet. But I like this task of feeding the animals. But yeah, once you kind of get going, there's going to be a lot to do on these 3 farms, to say the least. Alright. And this should take all of it too. Where am I at? Well, that's Snowcap. Okay, there it is. Yep. Now, I'm probably missing equipment. I feel like I got the basic equipment of what I need to kind of get going here on all of these 3 farms. But at the same time, I think, you know, this farm in particular, I'm gonna have to buy more, just because I did not buy like any equipment to actually start. Like when I get milk, for example, I have that trailer ready to go. But when I get wool, I mean, all I have is my pickup truck. I mean, I think I have my flatbed load bale trailer, but otherwise, yeah, I need some equipment for moving wool, equipment for moving chicken eggs. So there's going to be more that has to be purchased. Alright, let me do the pig food here, and then I might just do cattle food. On my own here. I might have to let you guys go. You guys get the idea here, so. Yeah, this is a steep hill here. Oh my gosh. Alright, so I don't know where the trigger is for this, honestly. I hope it's in here. Ooh, look at that. It is. Oh, that is so cool. So the tractor was slowing down in here. Look at the ruts it's making. Oh, I love that. And then hopefully as the trailer lightens up, it'll be a little easier to move. Wow, what a cool cool thing to have that deformation like in here. That little piglet Cullen. Come to get some food. But yeah, the trailer actually went in easy, and then the further I went through, it was really kind of backing up. Wow, that's really cool. Let's see if it drives. Ooh, it does. Okay, that's really interesting. I like that a lot. So based on the weight, might bog it down to even get into the feeder. Very, very nice. I like that idea. Nice touch. Alright. It's those little things, you know. Where's the gate trigger? It's gotta be here. Those gates, there it is. Alright. Okay, so I'll let you guys go there. I'm just gonna give the cattle some feed there. And then, like I said, stay tuned for the next episode. I feel like then it's really gonna start to get busy. I'm gonna have to start jumping between areas, and then keeping up with all of the cattle. So it'll be a good time here. So if you're new to the channel or just finding me, I'd love to have you tag along and join the Farm Ethnic community, and check out other videos here in this playthrough, or check out my other farm builds, and stay tuned for new ones or new content. So thank you again for joining me, and hope to see you guys on the next one here on Montana. So thank you again for watching, and hope you guys have a good one. Take care.